What's going on, you guys? This is the Grownassmentoyz podcast. Yes. I've been talking with your family members, and they've been enjoying the content that's going on. I appreciate you inviting everybody to the subscription train. You feel me? I am none other than the real comrade.
I'm Collector 425.
And I'm Marvelous Shots, of course.
Yes, sir. And this is the real Grownassmentoyz podcast. Not the real one, but the real one. We keep it real.
Hey, this ain't the fake one. It's the real one.
This is we keep it real. Yeah, that was accurate. Yeah, so today we have wonderful things to show you guys. We have a lot of great relationships to show on this podcast today. We are still going with the room tour theme. I know you guys think that it's getting crazy, man. And I think so too. I think these guys think so as well. What do you think about the room tour so far?
Amazing.
I love it. I love it because it's giving me opportunity to see other people set up. I said it before. I got a lot of figures recently, excuse me, based on seeing other people's, collection. Like, damn, I forgot this figure exists. I forgot that this figure was out there, and this person made it look dope the way it's posed on the shelf. I got to go back and recoup that. So I've done that recently a lot since we've been doing these toy room tours. So I'm looking forward to that. Every time we do one with somebody, I'm looking for something that I don't have and that I need to go back and get because of that person. So
he's shopping.
And that's so true, because like every new guest that we got and we see their room tour, it's like it's very inspiring for us to either change things around or get more stuff. And talking about that, Conrad's going to introduce our special.
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate you guys tuning in to this point. There's going to be lots of madness. I can promise you that going on beyond this point. So if you're ready, make sure you use the bathroom. Number 1, number 2, all that there.
What you gonna do? Number 1, number 2.
Number 2.
Get your water, get your snacks, and don't move. I'm bringing in none other than.
Whoa. Who is this guy? What are we bringing him in for?
Oh, I'm about to say his name right now. I'm about to say his name. Come on, relax, baby. Come on.
Relax.
Calmate.
Relax. We got it. We good. Thank you. We're bringing in a brother from another mother, the whitest black man I know, Wentzillah.
Comrade, thank you so much. You didn't mention to people how you're peddling the merch, man. What about the merch, bro?
It's gonna be. We're gonna slide it in, and we got.
You got commercials now. I forgot. You guys got producing.
Hey, Zillah, listen. He also didn't mention that you are this week's co-host.
Yeah. So
we're here.
So I was gonna explain it. So I was talking to the guys. I was like, hey, I did my world tour. There's a lot more world builders out here, station people, if you will, and world makers. And I was like, if we're gonna go down that lane, I don't know how many people want to jump in and do it, but I was like, I want to start off with my boy co-host. I'm the co-host to his show, our show, World Makers Consortium, with Famine and Brian, and every Friday. So I want to start off with Mr. Rad Toyz.
Hey man, what's going on? There's Wentzillah.
There we go.
I feel like I haven't seen you for like at least 2 days, bro.
At least 48 hours, man.
Yeah. Wentzillah said it, man. We got World Makers Consortium every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I always see Collector 425, and you guys popping in there for the chat. So that's very much appreciated. And we're just doing our thing on our side of the internet, but we like to come together with the other groups. So
and our show's international. All right.
There you go.
Because he's in
Yeah.
Canada, I'm in Michigan. We're in the United States, so you know it's international.
International, but I don't know. That's a little like Canada. That's maybe putting Canada a little too high up there. We're pretty close, man. We're only 3 hours away.
Don't tell people that it's come on.
All right, so I'm filming. I'm coming to you from the moon. So we're the biggest multi-galactic show on Friday nights or whatever. So, yeah.
That's it. That's how. There we go. Gotta exaggerate a little bit, man.
Yeah, and it's an amazing show. It's an amazing show. I'll be tuning in, and it's super talented people on that show, man. It's like wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, and I think the thing that's our charm is we don't take ourselves too seriously. Like, you know, we screw stuff up, or like, you know, there's no rehearsal, we're not scripted or anything too crazy, but it's just toy, man. We're just getting together, like-minded individuals having some fun. So yeah, it doesn't.
Especially if you know Wentzillah and you did with Wentzillah, you know.
Hey, for real. Hey,
hey, my internet's working now, man. I can hear you. Come on, man.
Hey, that's the way that we do it too, though, Rad. We go in non-scripted. We just talk. We know because like we talk a lot off the internet, you know, every day anyway. Yeah. So like I think that it's it's better when it comes natural. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Just talking and you just let it flow, bro. And I think it's
I would just always say that you can't take yourself too seriously. You just gotta roll with it, man. That's the way it should go.
Yeah. I think this is seeing your show with Zillah is a time where I've seen the most people on the screen just dancing in conversation with each other.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. I hear you now. I just can't stay inside all day.
And in the beginning, I'm like, how are these guys gonna all get thoughts in? And then you guys somehow figure out a way to talk about the same thing. And you know, if somebody gets off topic, you just go with them. And it's really cool, man, to see that many people on at one time. You know, it's like a group call.
Yeah, it can get a little crazy. I usually just try and cut in there when I get a break in Wentzillah's conversation, and I can come in there.
Man, I've been trying to be quiet. Come on, man.
Oh no, man, let's love it.
No, every time he goes to intro something new or do something, I'm like, and then he's like, dude, I'm getting to it, and Famon's like, just let him speak, bro. Every time.
Me and Zillah got the same problem, bro. Just like to talk.
You seem as if you like to talk. I like to let people talk who like to talk. What the hell did you just say?
Yeah.
So on this show,
appreciate
you gotta raise
bro.
your hand.
Yeah. Nah, we don't do that. We just start
okay.
burst out in the conversation.
I thought about implementing that after the last show. We had a real Brady bunch going on. I think there was like 9 guys.
Yeah. Is that the most that you ever had on that show? 9 guys?
Well, we've had 10, like the full that StreamYard allows on that plan. Damn, but man, it gets it's like you're like a ringmaster at a circus or something. It's like you kind of gotta like, okay, this guy, that guy, and then you don't want to forget anybody because you want everybody to have their piece on the show, right? So
that's amazing.
You're a good QB, man. I've seen it in person, live in person, him doing it.
Yeah, that was wild, dude. It was the night I was sitting right across from Wentzillah, and he even gave me his comfy chair. I was like, dude, this is hospitality, bro. Thanks, man.
And I saw that show too. That show was great, man. It was a great show too.
Yeah,
it was great, scrambling around. What's your Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password?
Oh yeah, man. and he's like setting up, you know, because he's like the man. He's producing it. He's putting the clips up. He's pulling the comments up. He does everything for our show. And I'm like, hey, can you hand me that stand over there? I just got to put my phone on it real quick. Just hand me that. Like, he's got the whole setup, man. Like, so it's really cool.
Your 2 seconds.
So in this segment right before we get to your room tour, what we want to try to accomplish is everybody to kind of know Rad. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want you to be as personable as possible. And you know, people haven't seen, let's just assume nobody's seen your stuff yet. They know of Zillah and your guys' connection, but let's just assume they've seen nothing that you've done. They didn't see that you did that. Was it the countrywide tour? You went coast to coast with everybody? Yeah, so we'll get into all of that as if we never talked about it before. And I'm just gonna ask you a question just to kick it off. And let's just say if you went away for 6 months, you know, you had to do one of these things, which one would you choose and why? And the choices are collecting, creating, and connecting with people. You have to pick one of those, and you can do it. You're only doing that for 6 months, and you're cool with it.
Ooh. I think I would have to go with creating, man, because I would like have no problems just shutting it down for 6 months, hiding in my basement, and just like making a whole bunch of toys, painting, just creating stuff. Because I think that's probably in this hobby, that's probably like my number one draw to it. It's not about like, you know, whoever has the most toys when they die wins or anything like that. It's just kind of like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's just, yeah, creativity. That's what I'm all about. I've always kind of like, I've been world building way, like I've only been on social media for a couple or 3 years now, but I've been like always world building. Like I've been collecting 20 plus years, but it was always, even if it was a shelf, then I would add like, you know, a background to it or something like that. And then in the last probably like 7, 8 years, I've got into like the, you know, the massive scale kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it's creating, man. I couldn't give up creating. I just have to do that.
That's what's up.
And I can't believe how much you can create though. Sometimes I'm like, do you like you work? He works. He's in a band, not just a band, but a recording band, a band that's recording stuff. So they're like, he's doing all this stuff. And he's like, yeah. So I made this ship this week. I'm like, what the? How? When? So yeah, it's insane.
It's a two-way thing though. Like that's I'm gonna speak for me, and I seen Wentzillah adamantly work on this Batcave thing.
Man, by the last 3 weeks.
Bro, like this dude working on it like there's a slave master over him. Harder, faster, more.
He's like, wait, but my knees hurt.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just there is a driving force that Rad is alluding to. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta get it out. Much like, you know, thoughts or anything else, or, you know, anxiousness. The creating thing is just like it doesn't leave you, bro. It's like hovering over you when you're buying something. And I don't know that I would be able to, because I don't think I would be as calm as I am if I didn't create something.
I couldn't imagine, man, because I've seen you with the day off, and it's insane, bro. Like, dude can't sit.
Gotta do something. Gotta do something. I'm not doing anything.
It's bad.
It's facts, bro. So, you know, I think it does something for you as you're presenting something.
Well, and everybody needs an outlet, whether you want to go to the gym and punch a bag for 2 hours or paint some toys or, you know, whatever, man. Everybody's got to have an outlet, dude. So,
yo, Rad, when did you start this world building thing? I know you've been collecting for years.
Yeah.
Like, when did you start the world building?
I think when I finally like settled down and like bought a house and stuff like that, I knew that like this is pretty much where I'm going to stay forever. Like I've always collected, like I said, for years, but probably about a decade ago, like probably 12 years now, when I finally like, you know, got in there, had my own like full basement space that I could like, you know, like my wife's totally awesome with collecting. She's got her own little like collection, but it's like X-Files and Heroes and like Laura. Yeah, Laura.
Heroes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, Laura Croft, stuff like that. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, she's awesome with it. Like we go out together. She doesn't like, it's not even the scale that I am, but it helps to have like that positive support stuff.
Always,
right? You're not fighting with somebody over you know. But yeah, when I moved into this house, she was like, yeah, man, the basement's all yours. And slowly I've got more pictures and prints. So they're kind of like going up the basement stairs in the living room a little bit, kind of encroaching on the regular. But my toy room is pretty much our rec room. So yeah, like the family's. I got a 10-year-old son. We're always down here watching movies, hanging out, stuff like that. So it kind of helps because I can always be down here and I don't have to feel bad about hiding out somewhere away from my family and, you know, creating or world building or, you know, whatever, because everything's right here. So it's very much a family affair in my place.
That's dope, man.
That's awesome. So what made you come up with the hashtag WMC?
I don't know. I think I just wanted to find a word that Wentzillah didn't know what it meant, and that he had to look.
Yeah, we went round and round on this shit. I was like, dude, no one knows what consortium is. Like, we don't need to use it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we did also. We bounced around a lot of names. I think, I don't know, World Makers Consortium works for now. It's getting out there. People are like, kind of knowing what it is about, I guess.
That's dope.
But,
Yeah, even on my other page on the Forge, I'm even using the hashtag now too.
Yeah, man.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, because Rad was like slowly bringing in guys that are doing like a 112 world builds also. So it's not just for 118. Like World Makers is any scale you want, like out there. So you know what
Yeah,
I
and
mean?
I didn't want to like pigeonhole myself like that, because I do 112. I do like 5-6 inch world building, like pretty much every scale, like Transformers, like all these different scales. So like to keep my interest and to keep the right into the World Makers Consortium, I didn't want to be like, because we threw around names like 118 World Building Club or like, but yeah, we definitely wanted to keep it broad, because and it's not, world building's not just like a lot of photographers, without even maybe thinking about it, are world building. They're setting up these awesome scenes, whether it's outside, they're inside. That's like you're world building, man. You're taking pictures. Yeah,
and that's
so
awesome because you just answered my next question. Like, why would you do like world building like 118 scale and then also do world building 1/6 scale? Doesn't that take a lot of space and more time to do both? Like right now, I'm torn right now thanks to freaking Wentzillah. I'm torn in between that. So I don't know if I want to do the 112 or do the 1/6, right?
No, or 112. 112.
Yeah.
112 or the 118.
118. There you go.
Yeah.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Marvelous Shots, the Fox, or just Marvelous, 1/3 of Grown Ass Men Toys. Listen, are you enjoying these toy room tours? I know you are, because you're watching them all the time. Now listen, if you're watching these and you're thinking to yourself like, damn, how can I get on there? All you have to do is DM any one of us. DM me at Marvelous Shots the Fox. You can DM Comrade at The Real Comrade. Or you can DM Collector425_. Or you can also DM Grownassmentoyz on Instagram as well. Send us a DM. Let us know that you're interested, and we will set a date for you. All right? It's that simple. If you're interested, holler at us, and we'll put it together. We outside.
Yeah, no. Then, well, I don't know. I guess it's just up to where it's kind of fortunate. It's kind of an aspect of it, because I was just fortunate that we bought a house that had a big empty basement. And that was my space. I think if I was like limited on space, I would definitely, like isolate my main jams, like say Star Wars. So if I only have room to world build, this is my number one. This is my number two. This is my, I very much would probably just pick it in the order of whatever franchise was my favorite.
Just for some perspective, man, I hear you about the world building, but that's not something I land on as a collector just off the, like, I bought a figure or two. I'm at Toys R Us or whatever. Let's go back, and I buy a figure or two, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna create a space for these guys. That's not something that you land on. So what was the mission for doing this, and where's the end goal? Because you're 12 years in, 10 years in, like where we stopping, and what is this going to turn into if it does stop?
Well, I think, yeah, okay. So I can't see it stopping, right? You know what I mean? Like, I will always, whether I downsize, say I'm in my 70s or whatever, I'd probably by then I will probably have downsized a bit, maybe, depending on what, I don't have to go anywhere. Like, this stuff can just sit in the basement until I'm gone, and it can be my son's problem when I'm gone. You know what I mean? But, it's hard to you don't think about it ahead of time, because you're I think with collecting and world building, you're very much in the moment. You're not oh, geez, those NECA gargoyles, what am I going to do with those in 36 years? I guess that kind of caught me off, because I'm just I never really thought about long term, really when you think about it, because it's kind of sad. You don't want to think about yourself being gone, right?
Yeah.
But maybe that's why people naturally gravitate away from thinking that kind of stuff. But it's just been just such a crazy journey.
And you when it seemed when you either not run out of space, but you'll move your stuff around and to add more things to it. Like when you got that washing machine, you're like, I'm just gonna do this crazy area, and you took a washer machine apart, and it was crazy. But yeah, it's like he'll start something new, but he doesn't lose anything. Like he just adds into it and makes it another section. It's nuts. Like
Make it better.
Well, and I've definitely done that. Like I've got like, you know, like maybe probably the only thing in my basement right now that is actually like not a toy thing is I have a washer and dryer like shoved way against the far wall of the basement. There's like barely enough room to get in there and do your laundry because I like want all the space for my toys. But yeah, I don't know. It's just dude, yeah. I'm just kind of looking around, but you maximize space, right?
Right.
Like, I've done it tons of times. Like I used to have like behind me, that's my GI Joes now, but it used to be Masters of the Universe. But then I had to condense it into like probably a third of that space because my GI Joe collection got to the point where I was more interested in world building with that than Masters of the Universe. Like Masters of the Universe is a very like kind of sideline thing for me, and I think the only reason I have what I have is because I was so closely connected to it as a kid. Like I don't have much vintage stuff, but it's like just kind of one of those things, and it almost makes you feel like you're betraying yourself if you get rid of it, but it's not. You're not really super interested, and you're like, man, your 10-year-old self would kick your ass if he seen you selling off all your He-Man figures. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Yo, Rad, what is your top 3 properties? Your top 3.
Top 3 properties, starting with number 1 favorite it's definitely Star Wars for sure.
Okay.
Star Wars is probably my main jam. And then probably Marvel Legends, like the Marvel like superhero stuff and that kind of thing. And it was GI Joe, but I've recently gotten into like doing a post-apocalyptic build with Joy Toy. So Joy Toys kind of bumped ahead because it's fresh and new, right? I was always on Amazon, and I'm like, no man, I'm not paying $35 for a 1/18 figure. That's freaking crazy. That's freaking crazy. And then finally I pulled the trigger one day. They had them on sale. Got it in hand, and I was like, bastard. I was like, now I'm going down another rabbit hole. Because once you get it, I avoided the Joy Toy on purpose, and then I got one in my hand, and it was over. I was like, no, I'm in. I'm all in. All in.
No, man. And Rad doesn't just dip his toe either, man. He's like, I got these 17 Joy Toys. I'm like, what the you just got? He's like marvelous, man. Like just started yesterday.
Like, hey, that's
my
how
God.
I started.
Yo, Zillah got me and Marvelous into freaking Warhammer.
The same day.
Crazy, bro.
And I must say, the next day I got 2. The next day with Marvelous got like 10.
Yeah.
The next day, like what the hell?
With ease.
I was telling Rad forever, I was like, dude, Joy Toy, man. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know how they're gonna scale. I think he was just talking himself out of it because he knew what would happen if he jumped in. But I didn't realize it until I saw it happen. I was like, oh man, all right, I see.
Oh, you're a horrible influence when somebody Wentzillah here. He goes out and buys the Joy Toy or the Warhammer Dire Wolf with the dude on it. Yeah. I'm like, son of a bitch, I can't let Wentzillah have one and I don't have one. I have to get one too. And I was like, that's so awesome. I was like, stop showing me all your cool toys. I'm trying to get you back though. I'm like, Wentzillah, check out this Joy Toy horse I bought. It's probably like the best horse I've ever bought, man. Check it out.
It's pretty awesome. It's insane.
Yeah, so you guys adopting these new properties, how do you gauge? I know you talked about the Masters of the Universe thing and what deserves the front and the back in the prime spot, but how do you gauge what goes away? Like, what do I offload? Maybe this is for you, Zillah. Like, how do you decide what no longer deserves the space when there's?
Hold on, he backed out.
Okay.
But that was the space that he was talking about. He needs one right now.
Okay, we come back.
Perfect time for a commercial break.
Commercial break right here, bro.
Okay. Well, before you start talking.
Before I start talking, yeah.
Okay, he back. Hey, my plate over there. Thank you, babe. Appreciate it. All right, my bad. I'm gonna get Brad back in. Boom. There you go. Yo.
Yeah. Now we picking up. So
okay.
I know you guys talked about the Masters Universe thing and how you was coming out of that. And you picked something else for that space. How do you gauge what deserves a spot in your world and what doesn't, what goes away, what you get to offload. And maybe that's for you and Wentzillah.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, when I got like this actually is just this is always in motion at my place, and I just unloaded a couple things. So for me, I'm always like when Zillah said, I'm trying to maximize my space. I'm moving stuff, so I would have something like, okay, I want to do this Joy Toy setup, and then I've got my whole like a vintage collection of GoBots, a big shelf of like vintage Ninja Turtles, just purely to own, just for nostalgia reasons. And then you go around your room, okay, like GoBots, I'm like, so I sold off my whole collection of GoBots, and there was quite a few, but I know most of the guys I know are vintage toy nuts, so you can call them up and they'll be at your house in like an hour to buy all the vintage crap that you've got. So then I moved on like that. The GoBots and the vintage turtles, they're gone. Okay, great. I'm not feeling bad about it. So then, then I've got just more space. Then I can open it up and do a lot more stuff. And there's always something like in motion. Like right now, I collect Origins and Masterverse in the He-Man line. But now I'm like kind of on the fence. I'm like, well, I love the Masterverse figures, and I'd rather world build with them. So why don't I like start thinking about moving on all these Origins figures, and then I can like do my big Masterverse setup and stuff like that. So it's always moving. Like another example, like before I had like a massive 3 3/4. Like if people go back on my channel, some of my first videos were world building with G.I. Joe, like the old the old line in the 25th anniversary. Like I had the flag and everything. And then one day I just came down the basement and like I love the classified, maybe because it's just a bit more detailed and stuff. But there was like 6 inches of dust on my USS flag, and like I hadn't touched it in like months. And I was like, you know what? It's time to go. So I sold my flag to a buddy on payment plans because he wanted it like so badly, and he couldn't drop all the cash at once. I was like, you know what? I was like, give me like $300 a month for like the next like 4 months, and it's yours, man. You can have the fucking thing.
Nice.
So I did that, and then I used to sell at toy shows, so I just bagged up all my Joes and took them to the toy shows, and and the rest is history, man. Now I'm collecting classified instead, so it never ends. The cycle just goes on and on and on and on. It just everything cannibalizes itself and turns into something else. It's a strange cycle that we have, or at least I have in my.
I do the same thing. That's how you stay. That's how you stay relevant. And that's how you keep it fresh. And if something's not growing, it's not. Yeah, something not growing is not alive, bro. It's not moving. So
yeah, and I try to maintain a rule. If it can't display, it has to go away. So if I can't have it out and like to look at it and stuff, like I don't want, like I've got, and I can't sell it. It's so hard. I've got 2 huge boxes full of the original McFarlane Spawn stuff, and like you just, I don't know. It's you can't give it away around here. So I'm like, honestly, if somebody came, like next person that came to me at a toy show and offered me like $100 for both bins, they could take them away. I'd take 50. Like I would like they didn't hold any value, which is like there's some good sculpts in those old McFarlane Spawn things. But
hey yo, Rad, I don't do McFarlane, but don't tempt me with a good time now, because
yeah. I'm like,
I see you talking. I'm like,
them comic shops, bro. When they get a hold of those older McFarlane things, they will try to wax you.
Oh yeah, man.
They will try to wax you for it. So it's like in the wrong hands, it's diabolical, bro. But you're a good guy, bro.
Diabolical.
Yeah,
hey,
so,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man.
Yo, Rad. When I tuned into your show, and I noticed that you make your own accessories, like your own doors, and at a Risen, right?
Oh no, your Wentzillah's gonna start crying. If you want to
I'm gonna leave the show.
People gotta know how talented you are, bro.
But no,
I do.
All
right, so yeah, he usually talks about this for about 35 minutes on our shows, and I just go eat stuff. No, go ahead. I'm just kidding. It's really cool. I use all this stuff. I can't complain. I use all his stuff. So
yo, I seen it. I seen the lockers. I seen the doors. I said, yo, I want that shit. And Wentzillah's like, no, that's mine. I'm like, God damn it.
Oh no, man, hit me up anytime. But no, I do like I can't take credit for all the designs, but I have like taken, I've remixed stuff. I've my own drawings. I did actually go to school for CNC programming and like AutoCAD and Mastercam and like SolidWorks. So I've used all those 3D creating programs. So kind of knocked the dust off a bit and worked on that. But there's good resources out there. There's Thingiverse and Cults 3D that I usually go to. And some of them are paid prints, but a lot of them are like Thingiverse. Everything's totally free. So you can get your sci-fi crates, your, like they got Warhammer prints. Like there's creators out there that are always like doing awesome work. Like 3D printed Razor crests and like all sorts of, especially 1/18th. It's huge with the 3D printing guys. But no, there's all sorts of stuff out there, and the community is pretty good. Like usually I try and give credit if I'm, I've printed something or I'm showing something off, and hey, whoever created this or so and so created this, but I put it into SolidWorks and added my own details, like remix. They call it remixing in the 3D printing world. So a lot of guys are fine with you taking their thing, and then you can use their frame and kind of improve on it and stuff, and then you re-upload it, and yeah. It's it's 3D. No, it's just I use like the PLA and stuff. Like I'm not a resin printer guy, but yeah, I can. When I show you later, there I'll show you the print lab or whatever. But no, I've definitely. I think we're 3D printing with world building, especially, or if you're a photographer or something and you want, mailboxes for your New York City street or manhole covers for Spider-Man to be thrown at somebody. Like it's a game changer, the 3D printing stuff, man.
Thanks.
Definitely world building.
That's what's up, man. Hey, so we've been chatting for 30 minutes straight now. So now I think it's because I know you got a lot of shit in this.
Oh yeah, man. We might want to dive into that.
I know. So that's what we're gonna do now.
We should have just started with it.
We're gonna get started on the Grownassmentoyz Toy Room Tour.
I like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play.
Yeah, and when you show us stuff, just try to zoom in so we get to see the amazing work.
Yeah,
I'll get right in there for sure.
Oh yeah,
all right. So
Rookie.
Yeah. I guess I will just start right here. So yeah. So we got a little bit of ground to cover here. So I figured I would start over here with my G.I. Joe Classified. And I don't know what's wrong with those lights. There's no special occasion going on in there. They just doing their own thing, man. No, just doing their own thing. But
are you sure it's not Christmas?
Yeah, it might be Christmas. But this is a stinger I 3D printed before they announced the official.
Get the fuck out of here.
So I 3D printed that, and yeah. So I'll just kind of go through here. So these that's actually paper craft. So those are cardboard boxes.
Wow.
And you used to be able to, well, I think you can still go to rebelscum.com and you can pick up all sorts of paper craft if you don't have a 3D printer. But my main jam for G.I. Joe is definitely the Dreadnoks, so I had to give them a front and center kind of set up. They're having a few drinks over by the river.
That's so cool, bro.
And then I had this is the custom Zanya I made out of Dr. Britt Baker figure and and what was it? The Viper chick from Marvel Legends, Madam Hydra. That's what it was.
Wow.
So yeah, that was that. And then coming out front here, like here's some 3D printed rails and stuff that I did for the front of the base. Some stairs.
That's dope.
Man. And then up here, I've got my Cobra Commander throne. I 3D printed that and just sprayed it down with gold paint.
Yeah. Hey, yo, that's crazy. You don't do toy photography because your pictures, I mean, your figures are already posed.
Yeah, man. Everybody, I try to do as much as I can, but when I'm building this much, it's hard to I try to participate in all the, Dead Man's always telling me the exact same thing. Wentzillah's telling me the same thing. I got to get on this.
Yeah, I was telling, before, I was like, you should try it. He tried it for a little bit. So
Yeah, because he does have the eye for it, you know.
Yeah, it's already set up, bro. Like all he has to do is go in there and shoot.
This is crazy.
This is the 3D printed his tank I did.
That's 3D printed too?
Yep.
Bro, you a damn wizard, bro.
Does it roll?
No, it doesn't actually roll. It does. It could have, but I opted out of that because I used rubber treads off of an old Tonka bulldozer.
Yeah, and it would have took like 30 more hours, comrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it takes a lot of time to print something that big, right?
Well, and that's probably my biggest, I would say, probably fault to what I'm doing is I'm like a super impatient person by nature. So I tend to like get everything set up and then I'm always adding to it because I'm like, oh, I want to do that, but I want to get my figure set up. Like that's the best part of it.
Dude, this is crazy.
Look at the fight scene. That's dope.
Yeah, so I got all my Vipers here and then I made the Red Viper's the medic and he's like helping out his bro there that's been shot or whatever.
That's
then
cool.
My Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes battle right up front.
And you know what I love to see that RC like running down the middle.
Oh yeah, with the C4 on it.
Yeah, because no one's gonna be paying attention to that with all that fight scenes and shit.
Yeah, and there's our guy Firefly. He's rocking he's got the controls.
That's crazy.
But yeah, all the rocks and stuff are just sheets of styrofoam and crap that I got out of the garbage.
Oh yes. I used to work with that too. I used to like burn it and melt it, and it gives it like a nice texture too.
Oh yeah, I find my trick to get that texture in it is to use spray paint on it because spray paint and foam
eats the foam.
away.
Eats away.
Eats the edge of the foam and kind of gives it like kind of like granulated sort of look.
Yeah.
Like these are some older ones. I definitely improved like my
yeah.
But yeah, and then I just like that's actual like just stuff I found beside my fire pit outside.
That was dope, man.
Cool. But yeah, I got the Joes having their break here. They're boozing her up out on the cliff.
I see a common theme here. Like everyone's drinking.
They stressed.
I got a huge bag from of those accessories from AliExpress and just kind of went nuts with them.
Everybody getting drunk.
This is just an old like entertainment stand. I thought would like make a really cool like bunker.
Jesus,
no, that's hard, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
A 3D printed 1/12 Awe Striker back in there.
Yeah,
that's 3D printed too. Wow.
Yeah,
bro.
And then this is my 3D printed vamp. There was a running joke for a while that I would 3D print something and then Hasbro. It was like pretty much immediately after I would 3D print it and like post it. And there's other guys printing 1/12 stuff, but yeah, and this is like the side off of an old air purifier that I thought would look like a hanger. And
yo, see that's why I love these people that do this shit, bro. And that's why I tune in on Fridays because
got my cake rotisserie.
Oh, that's like my favorite. This is one. Well, that's not the one, but it's one of them.
Oh yeah, the other one broke, Wentzillah. I won't be able to show that.
No.
Oh, this is a 3D. Fuck. This is a 3D printed Checkpoint Alpha that I did.
Wow,
that's hard, bro. Damn.
Bro, and you're not selling anything like on your site or anything like that?
No, I don't sell my site, but I do a lot of favors for people in the community, and like usually I only charge them materials, or I will sell stuff at a profit. But this is my 3D printed. I think it was the Skyhawk.
Jesus.
Yo, man, I must say, but I know you must save yourself a lot of money instead of buying the stuff. You make it yourself.
Well, that and like it's stuff that Hasbro. I'm sure it'll get to a Skyhawk eventually.
Yeah, eventually, right?
Limit. Like I'm printing stuff. Like when I printed the Hiss tank, I didn't know they were going to do a classified Hiss tank.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, yeah, it's kind of the nice thing about printing there. But
so pay attention to whatever Rad's printing because it'll probably be made next. It's for real happens. Like I've watched it in like the past year and at whatever, and every time he's like, "Look what I'm printing." 2 days later, Hasbro's like, "Hey, we're gonna have this as a HasLab." So that's why he has like the Rad Lab shirts and stuff. Like
oh, Rad Labs.
Yeah.
That's
They
dope.
need to put me on payroll. And then that's pretty much my G.I. Joe stuff. And then up here real quick, I've just got Ghostbusters is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. So I have my little shrine to the Ghostbusters up here.
That's nice, bro.
How'd you like the
That's
last
crazy.
movie? How'd you like the last movie?
Actually, Frozen Empire wasn't bad. And like, you know, as far as reboots go and stuff, nothing's really gonna ever capture that nostalgia for being a kid and seeing them for the first time. But hey man, it was fine. I was fine with it. I was more fine with it than I was with the sequel trilogy. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, with the kids.
But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, moving right along here. I'll just move to another awesome 3D project I did. So do you guys remember the game Battle?
What was it?
The game was it?
Game BattleTech, I think it was called. It was all mechs. It was like Mech Warrior or something like that.
Was it like an online game?
It was a card game, and there was video games. I think it was online. But
That
yeah,
reminds-
118 scale mech that I printed.
So you printed that?
Damn, dope.
Actually, it's got like five POA, like the guns move and stuff.
That's cool.
The legs,
You don't have to
everything.
buy a Joy Toy then.
Nah, you can just make your own shit.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this is like some of the, like I started setting this up. Like that's obviously the Joy Toys. And then back in here, you can't really see it, but I found 3D prints. Somebody scanned all the Joy Toy parts. So yeah, I'm actually just printing my own Joy Toy parts. Like that's the blue one's 3D printed, and that's like an OG beside it.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a bunch of these from Red, and they are awesome.
Yeah.
So,
And then we got then there's like that's a 1/24th mech, but I think it looks all right. Like I put in there a 1 and a 1/24, and he seems to fit all right. So
Are those the movies that Wentzillah doesn't care about?
I think so. No, he likes. I think he does. But and then that's the Mantis tank from Halo. I just call it Metal Gear because it looks like Metal Gear.
It
really
does
does.
look like the Metal
It
Gear.
really does.
motherfucker, he's got like 7 lines all mixed in, making it all look smooth, man.
But
That's
this is my post-apocalyptic bunker. So this is kind of like the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, here in this little bunker, and then there's that dire wolf, and I got a few Warhammer dudes in here.
Oh, so when
That would be
right?
Frody. That's Frody, okay?
Sorry. And then I'll show you the other ones up top, maybe. But I buy the cheap Gundam mechs from the dollar store, and I've been turning them into Brotherhood of Steel guys. All I do is print the heads.
Nuts.
Oh, the brother. Oh,
They look great in there.
Mixing the Halo guys in. Got my
Man.
this one is very much a work in progress. I just kind of started it, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Halo got some dope shit for 118.
yeah. And then real quick up here, this would be the like the dystopian post-apocalyptic place. Like I've got these robot dudes mining gems. That's that robot, the Securitron from Fallout, I think. Yeah. And then Wentzillah gave me this 1/18th Chevy Silverado that I printed a bunch of Mad Max parts.
Easy, bro. It looks so good.
That's
That's
crazy.
dope, bro.
Gotta have the Nuka-Cola sign, Vault Tech. And then a buddy of mine, Wolfman, made me this graffiti wall here with the Misfits logo and all that stuff.
That's wild.
There's that horse Wentzillah's gonna buy.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, it's just, and this one's recycled too. This was like a battle arena, and I was like, screw that. I'm over the battle arena thing. I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah, that's dope.
And there's more of those beer.
They're drinking again.
They're drinking again. This is if you don't drink, you gotta leave.
Yeah.
So is this near Barbados or just another segment?
No, this is like totally separate from Star Wars, dude. This is like
awesome.
its own.
Okay, I got you. I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
But your Star Wars people can still visit there, right? Because it's all in reach.
yeah, there's sort of a better look, I guess. The lighting's not great, but that's like a Brotherhood of Steel guy.
That's great, man.
Yeah, looks...
And then moving right along here, real quick, I'll do this. Is like I'm a Canadian, so I have to have a Wolverine shelf.
Yes, I saw that on your other shelf. I mean, on your other show.
And then there's my meager collection of Gundams.
Wow, that's dope. Now, are you tempted to put those in your world, or
Well,
does it ever tempt you?
I don't think, because I always have that argument with 118th guys, because they're talking about putting Punisher and stuff, and I don't like to put anything too recognizable into like Star Wars or something, because it kind of breaks like my immersion on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't see like the Punisher walking downtown with Luke Skywalker. Like that's a little.
Hey man, in Ramrack spot, everything happens. All right.
Okay. But like I've thought about putting my next thing in here, but I always loved Voltron, so
Wow,
that's awesome.
On various different Voltrons and trying to complete.
Yo, I
them.
have that one in the back, bro. See the one that like makes noise when you push on his chest?
Yeah, no, he's awesome. I think he still works. Oh no, his batteries are dead. And then
That's
down,
cool, man.
This is just a quick little TMNT, like the more modern stuff. Just kind of.
wow.
That shit's crazy.
These are custom turtles here.
Wow.
No way.
And again, guys, you can't do it. And Rad preaches this. You can't do this overnight. Okay, this is years
What are you
of this.
What are you using as a base for those turtles, though? Is that from you like using another buck and how are you making those?
Oh, I'm just using a straight up turtle buck, and then I'm just creating new characters. Like these guys, these four are meant to be like the evil counterparts of the turtles. Like this guy here, he's got a pump action shotgun.
Wow.
And then this is a little turtle collection. Maybe I'll take a detour in here real quick. So this is this is like the shop part of where I work. So
This is where the magic happens?
Yeah, that's where the magic happens. But this is all my Transformers stuff here. And the thing I like most, like this, I carved this. This is the arc in the mountain there.
That is dope, bro. Wow.
Yeah, right.
And that was my that's not printed. That was my first attempt at carving foam, and then I 3D printed the thrusters.
Nuts.
And then you just added all those little things there. Wow, it made a difference, bro.
Yeah, so that's
Comrade. He's like you though, man. Like he did this in like a weekend. I was like, wow, like his progress shots. Like, dude, what the hell? Like,
well, I printed my own like Teletran one and stuff.
Wow,
that's cool, bro.
Oh, and then you got to have the hospital bed here for Ratchet. So that's 3D printed, and that actually articulates. Then you can just be like, next patient, dump them off.
Dump them off.
That's a bootleg Devastator I got. That's why his chest piece won't go on the other way around. That's actually upside down. But
wow,
everybody asks about it when I do a tour video of my Transformers. They're like, the chest piece on Devastator's upside down.
Like no shit, like for real.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you enjoy it the same, probably even better, man.
Yeah, well, and then I wanted this. So this is Cybertron here. I'll kind of just pan out a bit.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So that's where like all the Transformers chill at.
Yeah.
Yo, I just want to say we're about 10% in, guys.
Okay, so it's not everything in one world. It's more like sections. Like
so I'm in sections. Like everything's got its own world building thing, and they all kind of exist in the Rad Toyz galaxy without really affecting each other too much.
Oh, right. So now it makes sense. It's a galaxy. Got it.
Oh, and these tubes, are those tubes that you get Christmas balls in.
Oh wow.
But they work really awesome for like transparent, like kind of futuristic pillars and stuff.
I would have never known, bro. That's crazy.
Is that the washing machine over there?
What's that?
Is that the washing machine piece over there?
The washing machine. This is the front of the washing machine.
Look at that shit, guys.
Nuts.
That's hard, bro. Wow.
Up there. Only part I used here, but that glass circle, I was like, oh, that's so sci-fi, man.
It is, bro. It's like
on everybody chilling back.
Oh, that's a DVD or VCR player piece up there to the top.
No, that's actually part of the washing machine too.
Oh, damn. All right.
That's dope, bro.
But yeah, all sorts of
world building is scavengings.
Oh yeah.
Scavengers.
Well, yeah, because these railings here are just like we did a few bathroom renos at work.
Uh-huh.
So like I ended up with these rails that were like they're those ones you like old people use to get out of the showers and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much me. That's what I use.
Damn.
But sadly though, the Transformers collection is probably like the least of what I work on. It's like I don't know. I love Transformers, but you know they're more expensive, and I'm kind of like waning interest a little bit in it. But I don't know. I can't get rid of it because I built that arc and I put so much work into it. So I can't.
Yo, your stuff looks cool when you get in close and when you pan out. Like it's fucking like the scale. The scale is like insane, bro.
It's badass.
It's a lot to take in, right? Like there's so much going on.
It's so deep. Yeah. Wait, no diddy.
Oh. But yeah, this is the foam air fryer that I got, and I thought I had a cool cutout, like a window, like a bunker.
Yeah,
and then it's just kind of like a bunch of junk that I'm working on here. And then this is the Ghost. So you guys know about the HasLab Ghost?
Yeah.
So this is 3D printed, and it's massive. So I'm gonna work on. I did order the Ghost, but I'm thinking about selling my pre-order because I've already been offered almost twice what I paid for it. So
wow.
So how long does it take to print something that big?
Right.
This was printed in 2 sections, like a front and a back, and it was probably 2 days per piece. So it took about 4 days to print that.
Wow, man.
But yeah, you can see it. I've got a big print going here. It's kind of in action right now.
Right.
Oh, look at that in action, guys.
So would you say the cost of resin and all of that it takes to print is cheaper than buying the figure straight up?
It's cheaper than buying ships that size. Like I can make what would this ship cost me? Probably 2 rolls of filament. So other than like my time painting, that only cost me $60 instead of like $700 or whatever it was.
Okay.
So yeah, there's like definitely, but it's time. Like it's really it takes a little time to print this stuff, like usually. So it's more of a patience game. Like this is 2 of those Marauder Bad Batch ships that I'm printing right now. I just haven't cleaned the parts, so they just come right off the printer and like fall onto this table, and I deal with them when I deal with them, kind of thing.
Wow.
And then these are this is a commission I'm doing.
Oh shit! I want it.
And this is actually this is a laser map table, one of a few that I'm gonna bring to Wentzillah when he gets married. So spoiler alert, Wentzillah, you're getting a few of these.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Nice,
a bunch of somebody's doing has bought. You remember those Lightyear Zerg robot things?
Yep.
So a bunch bought like 8 of them. So I'm printing them like 8 Sentinel heads.
Wow.
And that's what I got to clean them up. Like if you look right in there, like I've got to like snip off little hairs and stuff like that. And like there's a little bit of work after like post, especially with detailed stuff. But something like what I printed for Wentzillah, like I just pop that off and it's pretty much ready to paint. But it is a messy hobby, so that's like just from like
yeah.
That's just off trimmings and stuff like that. And then before we get to the other side of the room, real quick, this is you'll see in a minute. This is my replacement X-Men mansion that I'm working on right now. So this is going to be Xavier's office down here. That's going to be the living room I haven't started.
Wow.
This is the laboratory up here.
And those are like floor tiles, like that you stick onto the floor, right?
Yeah, actually, I got them from the dollar store. They're just adhesive sheets of tiles, like even the marble stuff.
Yeah.
So it
works.
Yeah, I just go to town. This is actually 3.
Dude, that feels 90s though too, right? Like
yeah.
Oh, this is actually 3 drawers from an old dresser that I screwed together. So yeah. And then this is last thing in here. This is like the big mess. This is stuff I'm kind of sorting out or I've trimmed up or and then I do these for toy shows. I print out big massive like emblems and stuff, and these things sell like hotcakes at toy shows. I just charge like 10 piece for them. So
how much?
Like 10 piece or something.
That's good.
Usually and then like as anything, this is my Marvel Legends fodder bin. I've got turtle fodder bins, like, and then there's some of those Brotherhood of Steel helmets that I'm printing.
Damn, that looks good.
So I got to print, like, and that's pretty good for not being a resin print, but I got to clean that up a lot yet.
Yeah.
So, and then, yeah, so that's about it for there. So moving right along.
There's more.
Yeah. So this is my NECA Predator collection, and this is always the collection that's suffering because I'm always going down other rabbit holes.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So this is the one where I buy them, and then I'm like, no, I got to save my money for other stuff. So this is the collection that always seems to suffer the most.
Thanks.
Like, I don't sell them off, but it's probably the slowest growing collection that I have, that's for sure. And then just all my graphic novels and stuff like that down here. Nothing too exciting there. Nobody reads anymore, do they?
Nope.
Are those canon, bro? Are those a non-canon or canon?
Yo, all legends stuff, man. It's all legends. That's
okay.
Like, technology is so crazy that you could just go on YouTube and someone reads it for you.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, you don't you literally read anymore. And then up here I was always a huge fan of the Thundercats. So real quick, that's the original little mini layer.
Wow.
But then, like, squat He-Man style ones, and then a couple of the Bandais. Nothing too exciting. But the 2011 line's another thing. Like, this is the 2011 line, and that's they ended the line sadly, but that's a custom Bengali that I made out of a Tigra figure.
Nice.
That's dope.
And then there's a custom Linkso back there. Yeah, I've done all sorts of customs. I'm kind of finishing off this line with like myself, because it was just a shame they never finished the 4-inch Thundercats line. That was like so awesome.
Did you ever get a chance to try out a Super 7 stuff? Because I know Super 7 had some of these guys.
No, but for me, when that Thundercats was coming out, I had heard about gargoyles, so I made a choice to like go down the NECA gargoyle path as opposed to the Thundercats. I'm just like, because you got to pick your battles, man. Like I just can't collect everything. If I was a millionaire, like, I would have just a house full of toys, and that would be it. But
yeah.
And then a little bit of McFarlane Mortal Kombat down here.
Mm-hmm.
The Scorpion Sub-Zero is going for a lot of money now.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick.
For some odd reason.
Let's pause for a second. Marvelous said that he can't hear, so he's gonna stop and come back in.
Yeah. You still should be able to go without him on there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue what you're talking about.
But yeah, so that's my Thundercats and my a little bit of McFarlane love there at the bottom. But
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. And then over here, this is my I'm not a DC guy, but I am most definitely a Batman guy.
Okay.
Wow, look at that.
So Wentzillah gave me this awesome jet when I was down there last time. Then I got, the light there. I got the Signal, Batgirl, all the usual suspects but I only collect McFarlane Batman. Like, I'm not going down. I had to get Grifter because Jim Lee was like my favorite.
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you, Marvelous.
I mean, even if you only collected Batman, you'll still be they'll still give you a run for your money.
Oh yeah, man. No, it's tough to keep up, but it's all just my favorite versions. Like, that's the Titans version of Nightwing. That's Damian. I just pick all my favorites. I really like those Arkham Asylum games and that whole story arc with like the Red Hood and the Arkham Knight.
Yeah, that's badass.
So it's kind of in there. I just picked up that Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face. That's a pretty awesome figure.
Are you gonna get the Riddler?
No, this is my Riddler here, the Arkham Asylum one.
Okay.
That's a dope Riddler too.
Yeah,
Jim said the Riddler is scary. The likeness is scary on it, bro.
Oh, dude. Yeah, but like I said, my main for Batman, I just pick like my favorite version of that character. It doesn't matter if it's from the same movie or not. Most of these are Arkham Asylum figures because I really love that the design or the whole aspect of that. And then where do we start from here?
Crazy.
Well, let's do this. Let's do He-Man because it won't take as long as the rest of this stuff.
What's going on, you guys? Real Comrade here. We got merch, man. We got We Outside shirts. We got my shirt. We got a number of others. We got crew shirts, you feel me? We got I'm a Collector shirt. We got stickers, all kind of merch, podcast shirts, Grown Ass Men Toys representatives. If you into buying some merch, man, you want to represent while you're watching the shows on Sundays, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, whatever day we popping out, we got some content, show some love to the community. We got merch, man. We want you to go ahead and DM any of us on IG. Hell, you can even send us a comment here in this video and say, hey man, I want some merch. We'll connect with you. We'll give you the email, the credentials. You can go ahead and order yourself some merch, man. And more to come, man. You know, more to come. And we love what you guys are doing, supporting, subbing. We love the communication. We love the interaction. And we appreciate you guys, man. Go ahead and continue enjoying the video. Conrad out.
All right, so moving along here, we got those, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Wentzillah sent me. Those are pretty awesome. And then, so this is what I picked over Thundercats Ultimates was the Gargoyles neck line. So, definitely, that was like such a great show, man, like back in the day. I couldn't believe when I found out it was Walt Disney that made this. It's such But
it is pretty dark for Disney, man.
Yeah, man. And then I was lucky enough to get Lexington from Grumpy Puppet when I was over in Toledo, Ohio. He was one that eluded me for a long time, and then but just love them. I love these guys. I've got 2 more of those guys in a box that I still have to open, but I just don't have room. Because they all need. They should all come with those draped wings, but you got to buy the next figure to get them, and all, so on and so forth. But moving on from the Gargoyles. So I'm big into the Masterverse line. This is actually a custom Masterverse Panther. I just kind of have in the works right now. So I haven't finished painting him at all. Beastman, I bought a whole bunch of them so I could just do like a mix of like different styles of Beastmen. Whole bunch more down here. Like I was saying, before they're I've got all these Masterverse figures, and eventually when I get them all, like all the ones, like enough of them, I guess you would say, then I kind of want to replace, maybe I'll get rid of these Origins figures. Like I've got a whole bunch of stuff up here.
Wow, bro.
And then I just got, actually in Toledo, Ohio, I just picked up the Camo Con, Skeletor, and Grizzlor, but I haven't opened them yet, so I just kind of whipped them up there on the shelf.
To the ceiling with this shit, man.
Yeah. And then these are those 3D printed Skeletor robots from the old cartoon.
Wow, it's 3D printed?
Yeah.
Yo, and you did the lava and everything?
Yeah. It's all my rock work down here. And these are, I 3D printed some Snake Men heads, so these are custom Snake Men.
That's dope.
Dude.
All right. So I got a few. Well, he had an unfortunate accident. He fell all the way from the top there, so he's broken. I'll have to glue it. But
it still works. Like, you know.
Still works, man, whatever. Yeah, tons of He-Man stuff. For now, I had to put this shelf here to hold the rest of the He-Man stuff because it was a little too condensed. But yeah, that's my Origins collection. I don't know. I was working on the lava, but it kind of just looks like ketchup and mustard laying there. But we'll see. So yeah, moving on from He-Man. So here we go. This is my main jam, and
here we go.
Yeah, let's get into this. So this is my Imperial base.
Oh my god!
And it goes all.
Do you army build?
Can you say Can you say OCD?
No kidding. Yeah. And this is I printed this ship. It's huge. It's one of the Sentinel class ships.
Oh, that's nice, bro. That's crazy. How 3D.
So when I tell you guys Rad doesn't have time for bullshit, do you believe me now?
But here's one of those hollow tables I'm bringing Wentzillah all painted up.
Wow, look at that.
Damn. And actually, this window here, there's no shortage of cobwebs, but that's like a ceiling light that I thought looked like a window.
Dude,
that's a
it
ceiling
does.
light?
It works.
So I just kind of stick it in there. And this is all the railings are that stuff you use in bathrooms to keep your tiles all straight. But yeah, and then I printed this ATST, and I actually kind of like it better than the release that Hasbro did. Just a lot better.
Man, look at all. Go to the feed of the AT-AT again. The big boys.
Oh, the legacy ones.
Yeah, you got tons of dudes down there, man.
So many. Oh, and these too, like, so I buy them incomplete and I 3D print the parts that I need. So that's 3D printed. Printed. Ours are 3D printed.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely 3D printers can help you finish a lot of spaceships and stuff.
Yeah, dudes climbing out of them and shit.
So that's like the shroud off of an old air purifier that I thought made a good TIE fighter repair bay.
Works. Definitely works.
And then, of course, I got to have my, I've got a whole bunch of my own lore. Like, I don't really go by the Star Wars stories, so I just kind of make up my own stories with the figures. But yeah, so I got Palpatine up there, training a whole army of like dark Jedi and stuff like that.
Wow.
And then there's even stuff like back down in there.
Wow, bro.
That's hard, bro.
Those troopers. You buy them. Which ones are those?
Oh my god!
Damn, Jesus!
Those are 3.75 ones, right?
Yeah. So these I do buy.
My God.
I do buy TVC ones,
Okay.
but a lot of these, believe it or not, there's a site or a seller on eBay who sells bootleg ones. And it's so cheap. It's like, I forget what it was. It's like 20 stormtroopers for or 10 stormtroopers for like $20 or something.
Yeah, the bootlegs are the same damn thing, man.
No,
this is good.
The only difference between them and the official releases is the bootlegs don't have there's no waist swivel on them, but everything else is like ball joints and everything.
They just need them to stand there anyway.
Yeah, like you can't even tell.
Yeah.
Got Krennic with his dark troopers.
I like those dark troopers.
And then I always I'd like to have little stories. Like, you've got like a little dude, this guy is kind of explaining what happened on the mission to these guys, or maybe briefing them or something.
Sure.
That's badass.
Like, incorporate like a little story. Like, this guy is like, it's all pissed off at them. He's pointing at them and swearing or something. I don't know.
You didn't wash your hands in the bathroom.
This is the Phasma Force over here.
Man.
What the?
So yeah. All sorts of stuff, man. There's so much.
Oh my god!
And then that's the Imperial. It's quite sprawling. And then this is like, so yeah, I'll just quick peek my head out here, but this is like the entryway to my toy room when I come downstairs.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then over here we get into some more customs and stuff. So that's a TIE fighter with like loading arms. It's like a
that's dope.
Wow.
Then you get into here. So this is where the Mandalorians live.
And this is the end of the show.
And that's a custom. Yeah, so most of these are custom Mandalorians. Like, I paint a lot of these.
Sure.
And a lot of people aren't gonna know, but so Mandalorian's your favorite thing, right?
Oh, absolutely, hands down.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Like, this is the end of the show because it's gonna get wild from here. Like, this is his jam.
Oh, and then here I've got my this is like a bar, and that's like a 3D printed bench. All the stuff in here is pretty much 3D printed.
Oh my goodness.
That's dope, bro. And how each figure is like talking to another figure, or
all the interaction,
chilling.
Yeah, and that's like I said, I like to tell like little stories. Like, there's more back in here. Those are all custom Mandalorians. Grumpy did a few up for me too, and then my son. This is hilarious. They're all drinking beers. So my 10-year-old son got into the shipment of diorama his glasses and like set all these guys up like they were having some beers after a mission.
Nice.
And then this is a custom before I started 3D printing. That's like an Apache helicopter with some other Star Wars parts to make a massive ship. So that's just kit bashing there.
Yeah.
And these droids,
that's giant, bro.
Print those droids, people. This is an apartment complex I've got here. Like, I haven't finished painting them, but that's that Zero the Hut. That's 3D printed. I got that little box of treasures from one of the viewers, Adrian. So yeah, this is just an apartment building I'm working on. And then this is like the high class Millennium Falcon. It's solid gold.
Solid gold.
And then an idea, I'm working on it still, but this I stole that from Wentzillah, making one of the planes into a tower.
Yep.
And
I really like that idea. I like it a lot.
This is like royalty, so I printed that throne. So yeah, lots of Mandalorian stuff, and this is a 3D printed Razor Crest.
Yo, you must have a lot of room, bro, because all these ships are humongous.
I'm telling you, man, it's insane.
That's the rest.
Oh my god.
And then I've got my my 8. I do a lot of like probably do way more custom ships than I do figures. Maybe it's just kind of my jam. Like
And that's better that way because you stand out from everybody else that do the same thing.
Yeah. And then I've got my Tatooine set up all down through here.
Oh yeah.
That's dope.
All right, so before he gets to this area here, so we at World Makers Consortium, we have a few companies, and one of those companies, or like we were thinking, like if you have a bar and you have a world in your world builder or whatever, call it Barbados, and it could be any scale. So if you have a bar in any scale, just call it Barbados, and then we have like a logo and stuff, and then everyone has that spot in their world. So it's like kind of cool.
So I'm gonna do it then, because
There
I
you
feel
go.
left out.
Yeah. Before we get to the other part there, though, this is all this Ewok village is all made of mostly like sticks I found laying out in the yard.
For real.
Did make it out of wood, and that's one of those like bamboo tables up there.
Wow, bro.
That's deep too, man. That's like an arm in there, bro.
Yeah. Look at that, bro.
Another custom. I like that. This is the first custom I ever posted online. Was this? It's an 18 Star Wars, but it's been taken over by Jawas. That's why it looks all junky and shit. So yeah, getting into what Wentzillah said. So yeah, these are all. I put a lot of signage from like other channels. Like you'll see what there. Oh, there's Wentzillah right there.
Hey, Timbo. Sorry.
Yeah, I've got the listings here. Like my spaceport, you can travel to other stations and galaxies.
Fire.
That's dope.
Goes all the way back, and this is the toy store.
Nice.
Yeah, like lots of custom ships. So many.
That's wild.
But yeah, I do get into it. Like I do a tiny bit of photography. I should do a lot more because there's a lot of shots like set up here.
Yeah, I think I might have to send you a Grownassmentoyz sticker so you could just.
Oh yeah, need one of those in the station for sure.
Hey,
so
Rad, that must be a big ass basement you got down there, bro.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, like this is kind of like we're about probably 3/4 of the way now, but it's a pretty sizable basement.
God damn!
Wow, bro.
You got corners and shit.
Every spot is pretty much full.
Oh yeah, like we were talking about, like with Wentzillah, like yeah, you got to just make spots for everything.
That's badass with the
Man,
lights.
he came to my house. He's like, "Man, it's a lot smaller than I thought." And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty small."
Yeah.
Well, since Wentzillah talked about it, I better show it off and get in there. So there's my Barbados.
Yeah.
Woo.
And that's the main logo that everyone is having.
Yeah, you just go to Amrex Spot on Instagram, and you can see. I have it all in the store, like in the highlights, so you can just snap them, or you can just ask me for them. I'll send them to you.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, this is the bar. I put a lot of cameos. Like there's like Captain Jack Sparrow and like.
That's dope.
There's the blue guy from Avatar, Jake Sully or whatever.
Dancing.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that's cool.
Ooh, that was a stretch to get back in there. Holy crap.
And
then yeah, so this is I actually have one of my crappy sets of Amazon lights kind of die out on me, so I've been kind of relighting things.
Sure.
And that is like that's a huge mission when you get to this point.
Yeah.
I back. So yeah, I'm just kind of supplementing with like these little like weird cubes and like
that's the Loki cube. I said Loki cube. The Tesseract.
And then I'm hoping to have it running tonight, but I have a movie theater back here, and the DVD player died. So normally I have a DVD playing on there, so they're all watching a movie.
Wait a
That's
minute.
funny as hell.
Your thieves got their own theater.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Organa.
Live shows.
And then here's some more Tatooine down here. And then finally we're getting into the, I guess you would call it like the public area. So I got a shit ton of these like gunships.
Whoa.
Hey, just so people who aren't watching don't know, these are not easy to come by in America, okay? He trips over these, just so you know.
Wow.
Actually, if anybody needs a gunship, hit me up. I can probably hook you up with one. But yeah.
This is Star Wars stuff still, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then these this little cargo hauler was made by a friend of mine, Timbo Toys. So you can look,
yeah.
check out his awesome work and buy that. But yeah,
Hey, go to the left. What's that ship to the left? Is that a custom Y-wing of some sort?
It's a Y-wing from like the Republic era.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that, I don't think.
Oh, really? Yeah, because the ones in the like Star Wars, A New Hope, and all those movies are supposed to be that, but with parts stripped off them, so they're faster.
Okay.
Yeah, because that thing splits on the top. That's dope. The canopy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And back in here, I've got like the rest of this stuff. I've got like the barracks, and then kind of a meeting room for everybody, and there's like a workshop down here.
Oh my god!
And then
they got the see-through floors. That's dope.
You guys thought I was crazy.
This is a work in progress. So that's why it looks like a dump right now. But this is meant to be my Jedi temple. Like I've got my archives up here.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I saw that on your show. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything's a work in progress, but this is especially rough. And then this thing here, this is the Ebon Hawk from Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh my goodness!
And I printed that off in like legacy scale because I just always wanted one. So, and Hasbro will never make that in a million years
until this week,
this Sunday.
So that's about it for the Star Wars. And then we're in the last section now. I promise. So what I showed you earlier is going to replace these shelves. I'm making a new X mansion, but this is what I've got right now.
Oh,
this is all 112, just so everybody.
Yeah, so we're into 112 Marvel Legends, and actually, Beast actually has a little 3D printer on his desk.
That's crazy.
So then we get into Xavier's office, and I just kind of scabbed this together until I had something that I wanted there instead of this. But and then down here you got like the kitchen and like Jubilee, and some people are making breakfast.
That's wild. Look at the sink.
And then they're actually watching Transformers, the movie on the television.
Wow, look at that, bro.
And then I just knocked some guys over. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with the 3D printing. That's a Lightyear Zerg body.
Oh.
Printed a Sentinel head for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a big battle at the X Mansion. That's probably my favorite setup right there. Psylocke and Nightcrawler taking down the Sentinel.
Hard.
Then way up here, we got the Avengers. I got stuff hanging from the ceiling. Whole bunch of Ultrons flying in.
Ultrons, yeah.
I love this set. Hulk, guys.
Bro, and that's insane how you don't do no toy photography, bro.
No,
I'm telling you, man, it's insane.
Right there, just you showing that right there, that part, that's a photo right there.
Yeah, a lot of these angles that he has is straight photography angles.
This is all for him, man. That's like the best part about this.
It's
like
dope,
this
man.
is like true toy collector. Like
he's really, you could tell you really enjoy this, and that's dope.
Yeah.
You got the wall of armor, Iron Man.
Yeah, so that's just some leftover styrofoam, but yeah, I made my own little Hall of Armor. So this is Avengers Tower, and they're having Thanos is coming through the portal here.
Now, do you have like almost something similar that Wentzillah has? Like he has the portal that people could come through and leave?
Well, not really. Like for my Star Wars world building, I try and keep it like I add extras to it, but for me, there's no portals and stuff in Star Wars, so they don't exist in my Star Wars setup.
Okay.
But Marvel Legends is a totally different story. Like I've got Thanos' portal here. I've got
weren't you saying for your 118 there's like a rift because of Ahsoka? Like she ties it all together.
Yeah, so if anybody's familiar with the Rebels show or Ahsoka, he goes in and tampers with the world between worlds and does something, so then it brings all the Star Wars timelines together, and that's how I kind of have my lore for that. But this is just straight up, like I try and stick with the OG like comic book characters because that was my jam, you know, as far as Marvel goes. But yeah, I got, you know, everybody back in here.
Peace up.
Up, man. And then down here, there's a lot of like random setups. Like normally, like these are just like it's Doctor Doom, the Collector, or Controller.
Oh yeah,
those guys. And then we get, like, well, yeah, this is the Avengers. And then down here, this is all X-Force stuff. Like I've got Strife and everybody.
And Deadpool. Yeah.
I always have to put Deadpool on a stand, like jumping or kicking or doing something. They're kind of double teaming Caliban.
For a non-toy photographer, your fucking posing's on point, bro.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite figures, Detroit Steel. I got him on sale.
I gotta open mine.
Figure,
I
and then
never see that.
Yeah.
Strider. And then this I kind of just made I needed space for more figures, so this is supposed to be like a radio tower.
Okay.
And then I just kind of put like Dormammu and like, you know, just random ones up there. It's like hard to make the scenes out of like all the correct characters when you just have like so many kicking around.
Yeah.
Kingpins here.
Fist.
And then you got that Asgardians having a war on the roof.
Nice.
That war got to be insane.
I like how you're mixing like everything together too, and it works.
Yeah.
And then of course this was my main jam when I was younger was the X-Men, so I have to have a massive X-Men street battle set up.
Street battles, yeah.
Nice.
Soren.
Yeah.
Impressive how that Juggernaut standing there like that, bro.
Yeah, he's pretty good standing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually
Cybertruck, dude. Didn't you just print that?
What's that?
The Cybertruck?
Tesla.
Oh no, that's just I didn't print it. That was just a remote control. I found it like a thrift store.
Oh, I thought you just printed something or someone. I don't know.
I know.
That's cool though. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then down here we got X Factor with fighting Mojo and the cyborg dudes. I forget their name. The Reavers.
Yeah. Like how hard is it to keep them in the pose so without them falling off, like falling over?
Nice.
Like that strong guy. That strong guy's a pain in the ass to stand.
Oh, he's brutal. So he's. I just found a sweet spot. I can't believe I didn't have to set him back up today. Like I was running around here. I was like, oh, this guy fell over, and this guy. Oh, this is like a highlight. So this is Stan Lee's bar.
Wow. R.I.P.
Yo, Rad, I got a question. So I'm just curious. You come home one day and have that shit just on the ground. I don't know, an earthquake. Something came through. Your house is not damaged, but a lot of that, all that rumbling and rocking knocked half that stuff down. What are you doing?
You know what? I'd probably say a couple bad words when I got in the room, but then I would give me a couple. It would give me an opportunity to set up a scene or a new battle scenario, which I've done here and just been like, blah. And then I'm just gonna like, okay, I'm starting over. I'm like, this fight.
Yeah. Because I know for a fact, like a lot of these females, their legs are horrible to stand.
Yeah, they're freaking.
They're tiny little feet. I hate their tiny feet.
Yeah, and when they put them on heels, it's like, why?
WE figures, because I got Britt Baker back in there, and she was such a pain in the ass to stand. Oh my god, she's wearing those stupid high heels.
Yep.
But yeah, and then I get over into Spider-Man. Oh, there's Luke Cage. I just got him. That's an awesome figure.
Hell yeah.
And then I got still rocking the original Dr. Octopus only because he's got the best.
Wow.
Got cloak and dagger.
Oh yeah. And then back in here, this is the Daily Bugle up here, so I got some.
Wow. That's dope.
Okay, and then this is Mary Jane's apartment. She's hanging out with Gwen Stacy.
Got fridge and everything. Yo, so you turn these shelves into dioramas?
Yeah. Yeah, they're just old shelves. Like I printed the back out, stuff like that.
At the top, it looks like a clock tower.
Yeah, so that's actually just an old clock.
Oh, now.
So I just painted it the same color as the shelf and just was like, okay, I'll just make it part of the clock tower.
Sweet.
Down this end, like I've got so many figures hanging for the ceiling, like Firestar. And then I got like this kind of scene going here where Spidey's like trying to web up I can't remember that symbiote's name, but yeah, I've got Toxin up on the top.
Uh-huh.
I'll try to remember too.
This is one of those
Riot.
Right, yeah. So this is one of those Amazon Fire Escape shelves.
Yep, I seen them.
Yeah. So I just printed like brick, and then I 3D printed some windows and stuff like that, and doors. And then down here, I love like Spider-Man's probably my favorite figures to pose because you can do so much awesome stuff with them.
Yeah, that's dope.
You're right. Do you buy like doubles and triples of things or no? Well, I know you do the Stormtroopers, but as far as like Marvel Legends figures, do you buy doubles and triples?
Yeah, like I've got like a couple more AIM guys to open, and I got like the Hydra soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with Legends is though, like some of those army builders just get like to be unattainable so quickly. Like they get so freaking expensive. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, there's stuff everywhere for Marvel Legends, especially.
You got to show.
So I think that's about it for all the setups and stuff. I guess there's only really one more thing, guys. Yeah. So this is the last thing I'm going to show you is that this is my Optimus Prime collection.
Wow.
Incredible.
So this is just Optimus Prime.
Jesus.
He's your favorite?
Oh, definitely. Road out.
Yo, does this stop? Or does this keep... He just keeps going.
Yeah, it's like never ending.
Man, that is the entire room.
Rad took advantage of those Christmas lights, bro. When they go on sale.
Oh yeah.
I like the signs, like all the way in the back, how it says rock and all that stuff. That shit screams cyberpunk. I love cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just stuff I'm finding at thrift shops. Like I'm not paying full price for a lot of this stuff.
Wow.
Damn.
So motherfucking impressive.
Actually, I was pretty impressed, man. We covered a lot of ground and pretty quickly there. So that
man, you got all you got.
Man, you flew through it, man.
Nah, but you did your thing, Rad, man.
Seriously.
And you was able to explain every section, which is like amazing.
Yeah, if anybody wants anything more detailed, they can go check it out on my channel.
In which I have, I have checked it out there, and it's really good, bro.
You're right. What's on top of your ceiling?
Cool.
What's on top of your ceiling, Rad?
What's that?
What's on top of your ceiling?
Oh, just rafters.
Oh,
okay. Got you.
No, it was a finished basement when I moved in, and then we had a massive flood. And then I found out that I was only insured for burst pipes, not groundwater. So I had to rip out all the rooms and everything down here.
Wow.
Damn.
And I was like, you know what? That's going to be the toy room. So I'm not even going to like redo it. I'm just going to rip everything out just to get rid of all the moldy crap. I don't want nothing molding and stuff like that.
It's easier to hang stuff too, man, with the Raptors.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I've only had one like guy comment. He's like, why would you like put so many toys in an unfinished basement? That doesn't make any sense. I'm like,
fuck off.
I was like, fuck off.
Your concern.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Collector 425. You already know. I just want to say thank you guys for always tuning in on Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. We want to say thank you for always supporting us. Please like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to like and subscribe to us, man. Thank you again for tuning in to Grownassmentoyz. You know our slogan, we outside.
Yeah, hey, Rad, amazing collection, bro. I already knew you had a lot of shit based on what we already saw. We've seen your we've seen your world building show and everything a few times, and we knew you had a lot of shit. But to just go in depth like that and show everything, it's like, man, that's
That is a mission, dude. I'm sweating a bit. I was like,
I know it. I know it.
That's what happened to me, man. I only got this little baby ass room, and I was sweating, bro. Like reaching in and stuff under the lights, and like it's tough, bro.
I
think
did that when I went into to show off the living room of the Marvel Legends. Of course, I hit like chamber, and he goes like flying down. I'm like, whatever. Lay on the ground.
Damn.
Yeah, Rad.
So the good news is that you don't really have to do this again. You could just send them to us and say, "Hey, just check out the live show." And
yeah, man. No, I'm definitely gonna share it around for sure. That's gonna be awesome.
Yes, shit. Now you gotta do it again and again.
Yeah. I don't have to do a room tour video for a while now. That's pretty much the most up to date one. So there we go.
Yeah.
That's badass, bro.
Yo, Rad, so you pretty much already answered this question, but before we get up out of here, I just want to ask you again, just to, for clarification. Do you ever see yourself being done with collecting and world building and all this ever?
Oh, never. It's like anything I get into, like even with my band and stuff like that. Like I'll probably hold on. Like I'll be playing a guitar as long as I can hold one. I'll be collecting an action figure as long as I can, know where I am and like get to the store and buy them or pick up my Amazon box from the front door. But like I said, things evolve, things change. I might come to a point in my life where maybe a situation arises where I do have to purge or something, but I will always have something. Like I will never, ever leave the collecting and world building game. I'll be in it forever, no matter what scale, whether it's a shelf or it's the whole entire basement. So,
yeah. And if somebody wanted to do what you're doing here, of course, this is like a decade, like you said, plus of doing it. What would you tell them is the greatest joy about just collecting and creating in the way that you're creating right now?
Well, I think everybody's got that, like maybe like that God complex where everyone likes to control, right? So I think the best thing about it is just having a world or a galaxy that's your own and you have like the complete control over it. And the other aspect of that though is like I was very much for a long time doing this alone by myself. I wasn't on Instagram. But then when you get in and you like meet so many other people doing it, like, and you can create that community, because I think as world builders, we don't fit in with everybody necessarily. Like the vintage guys, I can go toy hunting with my guys that love vintage toys and stuff, but I don't connect with them on the same level that I do with like so Wentzillah or other world builders, where we are all like have this one thing in common that we do that not everybody else is doing. So
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely it's a enigma. You guys are you're an anomaly. You guys are an anomaly. You can travel between other types of collectors and you can still relate on those levels. So
well, and I always say too that world building is a niche inside another niche. Like toy collecting already on the internet and in general is a niche thing. Like we're not, telling you how to program your Mac computer or something like all these high number, like calculus for dummies or something, like all these big high number political channels on YouTube. Like we're very much like niche, but I think it's great to exist in this space, and we're doing our thing and you guys are doing your thing, everybody else is doing their thing, but we can kind of come together and and it's happened before. Like we've been on other shows where, and then the next week you see guys from their chat, or they'll you're back on their show and you see your guys over in their chat, and it's good to build that kind of global toy community, just based on you don't have to do all the exact same thing, but you're all into toys. So
and our show spun off of another toy show that we were both on often. And then Rad invited me to come on one of his other. He was doing like bootlegs, dude. The funnest thing I've ever done. He was just pulling up bootlegs. You guys got to come on there for a special episode.
I think we got to do another bootleg show soon with these guys.
Yeah, because he'll just pull up these bootlegs and stuff, and you're like, "Holy shit, I want that!" Like it's crazy. But he was like, "Hey man, I'm starting a show that my co-host that was gonna do it with me dropped out. Do you want to fill in?" I was like, "Dude, I can't. I just took an edible." He's like, "That'll make it better. Come on." And I just came out. I was like, dude. Like it was, and then afterwards we're talking. He's like, we should do a show every week, like Toy Domination, but we can kind of say, because like Toy Domination, he makes so his kids can watch it too. So there's certain things we don't do and say, but ours is kind of just off the rails, man. Like we talk about everything. So but it's because of Toy Domination. Like that's where we built it, is from us being on other shows. It's like it's more. It feels very community. Like it really works out.
Yeah, we really leaned into the world building as far as that goes. Like for Toy Domination, it was a once in a while theme for him.
Yep.
And he does other stuff too. Great channel. Everybody go check it out for sure. But like
Yep.
we just lean hard into the world building, and and we're just cruising along, having a great time doing a show every Friday, and yeah, it's been awesome, man.
That's what's up. Hey yo, so Rad, so speaking of Fridays, let everyone know where they can find you at. If they want to chat with you, you know, they probably want to get some commission for you. You already 3D printing a lot of stuff, so
yeah, man, sure. So yeah, if you want any commissions, 3D anything 3D printed, custom painted, I got all sorts of levels. I'm very reasonable, so yeah, reach out to me on Instagram. That's Rad Toyz Galaxy on there. And then pretty much every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can come over to Rad Toyz Galaxy on YouTube and check out the World Makers Consortium at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And usually we'll do a theme show, but we usually every week have a new world builder on, or a creator or a diorama builder or something to do with this world building thing. So
that's dope. And if somebody want to get some merch from you guys, where can they find that at?
So yeah, you can head over. Actually, all the links are on my YouTube channel and my Instagram, but you can head over to TeePublic/Rad Toyz Galaxy. It's probably just easier to follow the link. You can get World Makers Consortium t-shirts, Station People. You can get Rad Toyz Galaxy merchandise on there. And it all goes to support the channel. You can support us on Patreon. We actually have tiers where, depending on what tier of Patreon you are, you actually get world building things sent to you throughout the year. So if you're a top tier member, you're getting every 6 months, you're getting like a nice big box of like boxes, walls, doors, like all
barrels.
the things. Yeah, barrels.
Nice.
And we've got some, and every draw that we do in World Makers Consortium, if you are a Patreon, you get a double entry on all the draws that we do on our show. So
that's what's up. Hey, yo, Rad. Now, my last question, I'm gonna let you go. We usually ask this in the beginning of the show, but I didn't hear anyone ask, so I'm gonna ask now. Your name, Rad Toyz. Like, what does that mean? Like, how did you get that? What does that stem from?
Actually, I'm a 90s kid. Well, late 80s, early 90s kid. So I was always known for saying that's rad, that's rad, that's rad, that's radical. Like it's just always been my go-to thing. And then it actually my original handle was Rad Sauce. And then I changed it to so it was Rad Sauce. And I was just doing random crap. Like this is before I started doing world building, but then when I did an IG, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna call it Rad Toyz Galaxy, and and the rest is history, man.
Damn.
Just a word I grab. I'm like, that's rad, that's rad. But now I don't say it as much because it sounds weird. Because of Rad Toyz Galaxy. So if I say something's rad, I'm like, well,
no. And then I always think in the back of my head when people are on our show, and then like someone will be, oh, that's really rad. I'm like, no, that's rad. You know what I mean? But I'm like, no, I'm just gonna leave it alone.
I ruined it for myself, but I'm sticking with that. That'll be my handle, and then that's what we'll roll with.
I got you. Well, yo, Rad, listen, man, we really want to say thank you for coming on and spending Sunday with us. It's been a pleasure, man. Sorry for all the technical difficulties.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's been a pleasure, man.
It happens, man.
Like I said, I like meeting all the new people. You guys have been most excellent hosts for the evening. So yeah, man, we'll do it again sometime, and we'll have you over on our side of the pond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just let us know we there. Wentzillah, we appreciate you being a guest co-host as well with us, bro. Thank you. You know, as always, love is always appreciated. And listen, man, again, thank y'all for spending y'all Sunday. On that note, I'm your boy, Marvelous Shots.
I'm Collector 425.
I'm the real comrade.
I'm Zillah.
And you know who I am. That's all good.
and that's rad.
And that's rad.
That's rad. So rad. That's so
totally
rad.
Totally rad.
We outside. We appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all so much.
Cheers,
hey, yo, Rad, listen.
Yeah.
Now let me see if you can do this. We have all our guests to give us a dab before we get up out of here. We call it, we go dab up out of here.
Oh, dab.
There we go. All that.
I learned that from my son, man. I learned it from my son.
I love it. Hey, Zillah, let me get a dab, Zillah.
I did like 3 of them, bro.
I did.
It's gotta be the forehead, man. It's gotta be the forehead. It can't be your face.
We appreciate it, man. Y'all, and thank y'all again. Y'all have a great night and have a great week coming up.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
All right.
Stay safe. Peace.